Welcome to the 19th episode of Downtime Podcast, where two coworkers talk about video games. My name is Alyssa.
And my name is Jeremy.
And today is a momentous occasion, sort of, because this is the first time in a really long time that we're actually recording at work.
Yeah, once again, we are here.
Yeah.
Listen to this high five.
Yes.
There we go, yeah.
We're here together. And sitting in the same conference room with us, we actually have a good buddy of ours, Donovan.
Hello, Donovan.
Hello.
He's an echo in the background only, but...
Yes.
Niners.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, there we go. He's wearing a Giants t-shirt, too.
Gotta rep my city.
Football starts this Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Thursday.
Or Thursday.
Thursday.
Dude, I know. I just did my draft too, so
Oh.
I'm really
Good luck.
excited.
Good luck,
I know.
both of you. You both did the draft.
Yeah, we both did the
Yeah.
draft. Yeah. So pretty hyped for that. I mean, I don't know what to say about the Niners, but Raiders, I think will probably will be
Raiders.
the team to watch, at least in the Bay Area.
Yep.
I know.
No hate.
Yeah, Derek Carr is really good.
He's good.
Speaking of sports, was the cover of 2K18 had Kyrie Irving on it wearing the Cavs jersey, right? Wasn't it you who told us that, or told me that?
It could have been Donovan.
Oh yeah, he's wearing the Cavs jersey, right? And then he got traded.
For anyone who follows basketball, they traded Kyrie Irving on the Cavs with Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and another pick that I don't remember anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that what was I gonna say? Kyrie Irving requested to be traded because he didn't want to play with LeBron anymore.
Because he's basically like the number
LeBron
2
James.
guy. LeBron James. He was basically like the number 2 guy on the Cavs, right?
Yeah. Well, the reason he wanted to be traded is because he didn't want to be the number 2 guy anymore. He wanted to be number 1.
I feel it.
Yeah. Which is it's something weird you have to balance out, because either you have a guaranteed track to the NBA finals every single year, or you try to make a name for yourself. I mean, granted, I don't know. I was going to say something insightful, but I don't really have anything else to say.
It's all good.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, so you got to do what you got to do for yourself to make you happy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Katie. Anyways.
Debate this.
All right. So I just wanted to address really quickly the anime podcast that you recorded with Jairus.
Oh yeah.
I really liked it.
Thank you.
Like I said to you at work, it was a lot more insightful and deeper than I thought you guys were going to go. I thought you guys were just straight up going to talk about the different animes that you like, but you really went into it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him about all that stuff because I wanted to ask him what anime was exactly, because he's really into anime and he really watches it. And on the other hand, I really don't know a lot of titles, and I only know what I watched growing up. And I kind of stopped when I got into high school and college. And so it was kind of cool seeing his point of view and hearing what he had to say. And I didn't want to make it like, oh, what's your favorite anime, or what anime did you watch growing up? And
That's
yes,
fair.
I included that, as you heard.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to get his point of view on all this stuff, because he's very straightforward when he says a lot of the things, and so I kind of agree with that too.
Definitely. I think that's really cool. What I didn't know is that you didn't really like anime.
Oh, growing up.
Oh, I never knew. I didn't know that, because you seem to know a lot, and I would have never guessed that you weren't a fan of it.
I see it. I was a hypocrite, and I didn't know I was a hypocrite, and I didn't know what a hypocrite was at the time.
Yeah.
Because I watched anime. I watched Digimon and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and I loved all that.
Yeah.
But whenever my cousins would talk about it, I'd be like, oh, I hate anime. And they watched to me, anime was stuff that was only in Japanese. They never watched anything that was dubbed in English. And so then I was like, oh, it's not in English. It's not American.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. And that was pretty much my reasoning. I was a stupid kid.
No, it's okay. I don't know. I don't think it's that stupid. A lot of people don't know that shows like Pokemon were Japanese shows, though.
Oh,
Digimon,
yeah.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Because, for kids, when they dubbed it, a lot of people, especially back in the day when you couldn't look things up on the internet.
Yep.
A lot of people would have never known that it was actually a Japanese show.
Oh, yeah, no, totally.
What's up?
Is Pokemon, is that in Japan? Is it is it a success? Everybody.
Is it? Well,
It's extremely popular.
Yeah.
Like an anime though.
The anime?
Oh, he's saying like versus the video game.
Oh.
Is the anime, the TV show actually as popular as the video game?
You know, I would argue that it's not.
Yeah.
Because the game came before the TV show.
Right.
Yeah. And then the TV show is basically a way to like promote the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. I think that because Pokemon Go is really popular in Japan. Like a lot of
people still play it.
Yeah, a lot of Pokemon
sure.
are only rare in Japan, but you barely hear about the TV show. But I mean,
It's very popular in America.
It was popular before, but let's face it. If you're gonna have Ash continue to be 10 years old, I don't know how far you can really go with the TV show. Just saying. I'm just saying.
And changing the voice actor, like, come
know.
on, it's not gonna change any. It's not gonna like mess with anyone. Like we all know.
I like how one of you two liked Pokemon and one of you two liked Digimon the most. But for me, I actually liked Yu-Gi-Oh the most out of everything growing up. I just enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh a lot. It was really fun. I liked the main characters. I read the manga for it, like Shonen Jump or something.
Yeah,
like
Shonen Jump.
Yeah, I read the manga for it, and it was what I like about Yu-Gi-Oh is that their battles came in like 4 to 5 episode arcs. So every competition had a focus, but it wasn't just like resolved in one day. Yeah. And you know, I don't want to spoil that much, but Yu-Gi-Oh is an older show, so maybe people have seen it. But the ending, I like how they ended Yu-Gi-Oh, the main series, not the new Yu-Gi-Oh series, but how they ended it with Yugi and like.
Spoiler alert. Go ahead.
Spoiler alert. Oh God, I don't even think I can specifically say the spoiler anymore because I don't remember it that much. But basically, Yu-Gi-Oh has to defeat himself.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he has to defeat his alter ego. It's the final battle.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's the final.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a cool series finale.
Yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh ended after 5 seasons versus Pokemon, which God knows what season we're on now.
And how many Pokemon there are now? Like,
I know.
800 something. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah. And then real quick before we start talking about the main stuff, I just wanted to say I really like anime. Anime was an integral part for me growing up because when I was starting middle school was when Adult Swim came on, and those first animes were like Rurouni Kenshin and Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Inuyasha, and those animes came on late at night, and I would watch those animes a lot because back then when I was growing up, I didn't really, I guess, become as talkative as I really was until maybe 7th grade. So like in 5th grade and 6th grade, I was still relatively quiet, and like a lot of the stuff that I like got, or my imagination and my creativity really formulated when I started playing video games and started watching anime. So
cool.
Yeah. So I really like that. I like how I like how anime has helped me grow up. And then it's interesting now because I watch a lot of really like weird ass anime shows now, because back then I only really watched like spaghetti westerns.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, cause that was what I was into, and then like some fantasy stuff, like fantasy, but sort of based in like Japanese medieval, like feudal era, you know, like Samurai Champloo is another example. I love Samurai Champloo. But then now I'm like watching things like the 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix.
The Netflix produced one, right?
Yeah, the Netflix produced one, which I didn't realize was really popular. When I started watching the 7 Deadly Sins, I was kind of thinking, wow, I feel like I'm the only person watching this. And I look up on Reddit and they have watch discussions and like post discussion threads, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize so many people are into this show, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's always a fan of something. No matter how bad another person thinks it is,
I know
there's always going to be a fan of it.
I know, it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing I know for sure is I'm not watching Naruto.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last one.
I know.
And that's too much. It's too much.
If a show has too much filler, I'm already not interested.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Dragon Ball Z was filler. I didn't know that as a kid.
Oh yeah, you don't know what filler is.
You don't know what filler is as a kid until you grow up and you realize, damn it, what the hell was this show?
It's like, where's the monkey family from episode 37? It's like, oh, they're not part of the main story.
I know, exactly. But isn't Dragon Ball Z Kai actually all the important parts of Dragon Ball Z?
I have no idea.
Okay, because I know they have abridged versions now. I don't think they have abridged versions of Naruto yet.
Oh, I hope. I mean, it's been so long.
Oh my
Wait, what did you say?
He's like, why are you hating on Naruto?
Oh, we're not hating on it. We're hating on the fillers, the stuff that's not part of the actual story.
I'm hating on it.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
No. I've
words.
never seen Naruto. I've heard a lot of really good things about the story. It's just, I want to watch the story.
Yeah.
And I would like only like 4 fillers per season, really, not 30.
Oh yeah, no, I got you.
So.
What is your favorite anime, by the way? Of all time, if you could just pick one.
Oh God, that's a really difficult question. So I guess I'll name 3. And
okay.
First one is Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Second one is Inuyasha.
Uh-huh.
That's actually one of the few long series that I've completed in its entirety. I've seen all of the movies, all of the main series, as well as the final season, which is like 25 episodes.
Oh wow.
So what happened was with Inuyasha is it took like 300 or 400 episodes to finish the series.
Oh my God.
And then what happened was it ends in like so much ambiguity, and it's just like, well, we're gonna look to the stars and fight the demons, and hopefully we'll find Naruto one day. I'm like, bitch, like
Inuyasha in space.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you didn't even solve the issue.
Yep.
And then finally, they like 5 or 6 years later, they have this final season that actually legit wraps everything up.
Yeah.
And all the characters. You find out what happens to them in the future too.
Yeah, no, yeah. I got you. I've never seen it, but yeah, that's
I've
cool.
been watching this entire freaking series to see them defeat Naruto, and they don't even do it in like the main season.
What a cop out! What a cop out!
Yeah, what a tease. I also like Cowboy Bebop. I really like Cowboy Bebop for the action as well as the storyline. What I really like is how the 4 characters become family.
Yeah,
that's one of my biggest things.
Yeah, because they're not all blood related, but
exactly,
they still become a family.
Exactly. And then the last one that I like is Samurai Champloo, because what I really like is the incorporation of samurais and hip hop. I think that's really exciting.
Oh yeah, everyone found out about Nujabes because of that.
Yes, exactly. I love them. They're like, he's one of my favorite DJs.
Rest in
peace.
I know, rest in peace. He's also a February baby like us.
I know. I tend to like, I like a lot of the animes that are directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, or Watanabe Shinichiro. Mm-hmm. Cause Samurai Champloo, Kids on the Strip, and then, or Kids on the Slope and Cowboy Bebop are in the same, are by the same director, and creator.
I gotta sneeze. Cool.
Yes. Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. You can take that out.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say Samurai Champloo is actually my second favorite because of all the things you mentioned, but also has a complete ending. Like, the characters are actually like finish their goal, and then they all do their own thing, and you don't really see what happens after that. Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, totally. I really like when things are wrapped up, not necessarily neatly, but sometimes things really only need 20 episodes, or they only need like 16 episodes. You don't need an entire 400 to solve the issue. And
in the case of my favorite anime of all time, Fooly Cooly, you only need 6 episodes, and I think that's really cool.
That's actually an anime I haven't seen yet.
Oh, you should check it out.
Yeah, I will check it out. I've seen recently 7 Deadly Sins. I really like that series a lot, and then Gurren Lagann. If you ever seen that one.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Made by the same company that made Fooly Cooly, actually.
I think also they made Kill la Kill.
That's right.
All 3 of those.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
Shout out to Gainax.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is pretty cool.
Kill la Kill was interesting. Can I say something real quick about Kill la Kill?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so straight up, like, I didn't understand the first 3 episodes at first because like, okay, there's just a bunch of boobs. There's a bunch of like random people explaining the storyline to me, like the best friend or the person that she moves in with. And
the girl.
Yeah, and I'm just like, who is this teacher who's taking off his clothes? Like, what is going on right now?
It's just so weird.
But then but then finally, after like the 7th episode is when it actually gets spicy and you start to find out about, I forgot her name already, but with the Kamui, like her and then the main president of the school.
Yeah,
and then, you know, that's when things get interesting. I won't spoil that one because Kill la Kill is actually a relatively recent anime.
You should watch it.
Yes.
I actually watched it on Crunchyroll.
You did?
Sponsor. No, just kidding. I'm joking.
Okay.
I did watch on Crunchyroll though.
I used to use Crunchyroll a lot, but now I don't anymore. It went from cough cough to it went from that to Hulu. Hulu used to like do it to
sponsor.
Yeah. To Crunchyroll, and now I'm on Netflix.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm on Netflix as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I feel you on that one.
Yeah. All right. So what games are you playing now?
All right. So for the viewers, if you've been following this podcast, we can't stop talking about Yakuza, and now we're back at it.
3 months ago, I said Yakuza Kiwami would be released. It's been 3 months.
And and coincidentally, that was the last time we recorded in-house at work.
In this room, exactly.
Yeah, so it was clearly meant to be.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about Yakuza Kiwami. Yes. God, where do you even start?
Well, I mean, coming off of Zero, we won't totally talk about Zero too much. You can listen to our spoiler cast if you want to listen about Zero.
Yeah.
But the game definitely feels like Zero for me, but it's also a little bit gritty.
It totally does.
It's a little bit grittier. Like the colors are more muted, and there's a lot. Yeah.
It's one of those things where you can definitely tell that it was remade or remade in HD and definitely rehashed. Like you can see a lot of those like remnants of the PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, totally.
Shapes and whatnot.
And I think they took the city from Zero and they just up-resed all the stuff, meaning that like they changed it from like 1988 to like 2005 when the game takes place. So I think that's really cool. I like that it basically is continuing the story. Like it's not like an exact continuation from Zero because it doesn't continue exactly where Zero left off. But there's some obviously there's some time that's happened between 1988 and 1995 when the beginning of Kiwami starts.
Yes.
And so
also not really a spoiler, especially since this game came out a really long time ago, but Majima is no longer a main character. He's kind of like the equivalent of Mr. Shakedown.
No, I know. I was like, where's Mr. Shakedown in this game? He's not there anymore.
I know, and then you realize that's what Majima has become.
But I haven't beaten him yet. Do you get money from him?
So it's different here. When you beat Majima, it builds up your Dragon of Dojima battle style.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's another thing. Okay. So aside from the graphics, the first thing that caught my attention is that the ability leveling system is not by money anymore or currency. It's through all the battles you do. So per battle, you get 1 experience point. And that's how you level up on the ability map for your battle styles. That being said, holy crap, I think the difficulty level on this game is a lot harder than Zero for sure. And I'm playing on normal, and I felt like I've been doing what I've been doing on Yakuza 0, but I'm finding like they're blocking, like the enemy's blocking more, or they're really kicking my ass sometimes, and my punches don't hit that hard, you know? Yeah. And
if you notice too, in the beginning of the game in 1995, you have like this giant life bar, and you're like super OP. You have all this stuff. I'm like, I was like halfway through the first part of that section, I was like, man, like I feel really strong. I'm like, it's gonna get taken away from me. I just know it. And then it got taken away from me, and I'm like 10 years in prison, come out, and my life bar is like, look really tiny.
I know.
I'm like, Kiryu.
I know.
Did you beat up some dudes in prison?
Because he lost all of his skill, and you need to You just rebuild it again. Like, God damn it, Kiryu.
Yeah, every game will be like that. Like damn it. I get it. You're supposed to start off with nothing and go build up, but still. Yeah. It's cool so far. So the game is really fun so far, right?
Oh, yeah. I really like the series, so I'm enjoying the game. But let's talk about how Nishiki's going through an existential crisis right now.
So we'll only talk up to chapter 2 a little bit. Like, it's not really that big of a spoiler.
God.
Yeah, your best friend Nishikiyama, or Nishiki as we'll call him. He's cool, long-haired dude, handsome man.
Like, you two go through a lot of stuff.
In Zero, there's so many brother movements.
All of a sudden, he not necessarily goes on a power trip. No, not even a power trip, but a respect trip. Like, he wants respect now because he not really a spoiler either, but Kiryu ends up becoming the lieutenant, and he's one of the more respected Yakuza, and Nishiki wants to be like a Kiryu.
He looks up to him.
Yeah, he looks up to him. He wants to be at that level. And shit happens when you go to prison, so anything can happen when you go to prison for 10 years.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
yeah. No.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, just saying.
But yeah, that's currently where I'm at right now. I'm like, God damn it. Like, what is up with you right now?
Why are you being like this?
Why are you being like this?
Emo boy.
Yeah. And there's actually like quite a few interesting turns in the first 2 or 3 chapters. It's everyone that you know well in Zero, it's just interesting stuff happens to them.
Yeah, I mean, they're all older now, so they're a little like weathered.
I know.
So like they've seen a lot of stuff.
They've seen a lot of people.
They've seen a lot of shit.
I know. Exactly. And there's one more thing I wanted to say about I feel like this isn't that much of a spoiler.
It's okay.
Yeah, but Kiryu has a girlfriend.
I don't.
Or no, he doesn't have a girlfriend?
I don't know. I'm not that far. I'm only on chapter 3.
No, I don't think. No, then you.
You're talking about Yumi?
Yeah,
the childhood friend. They're not. No one's dating her. Like Nishikiyama and Kiryu aren't dating her. She's like the Sakura of the group. Like one guy. It's implied Nishikiyama likes her, but it's also implied that Kiryu like doesn't really like her romantically. Because, in the beginning he got her that ring. Yeah. It's kind of implied, like, oh, you must like her romantically. Yeah. But then Nishikiyama's like, why'd you get her the ring? I kind of like sensed that vibe from the tone of his voice.
Okay, I totally misunderstood that. I thought they were dating.
Oh, no, yeah.
Because who the fuck gets someone a ring? And
yeah, I know. Like, they both bought her, like, really nice things, like a necklace and a ring. And the ring is more, implied that, oh, I'm going to marry you,
Yeah, exactly.
And so she's like, oh, Kiryu, you got me a nice ring. And I was like, dang, Kiryu, you trying to go for the ring right now?
Damn, so Nishiki likes Yumi, but
it's implied, but we don't know.
It is implied.
We don't know.
Tell me if you think differently, but it also seems implied that Yumi likes Kiryu.
Yeah, it's a love triangle for sure. And Kiryu likes Nishikiyama. Hey, they had that moment. He's in Zero.
I know, they did have that bro moment.
Oh, yeah.
They broed it out.
And I think Nishikiyama's confused about his feelings.
Yes.
For both her and him.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, it's yes to everything.
This is the canon, by the way.
Yeah, this is my head canon now. I can't unsee it. I want to go through the entire game of Kiwami thinking that.
Exactly.
But yeah. But yeah, I love the game so far. It feels like Zero. It's just it's a different time period, and all the characters you know and love that are still alive are amazing.
I know. I have not gotten to the part where we reach where we find out who the little kid is, the person on the cover.
Ah, yeah.
So I guess we just like dipped our toes into it, but I guess we'll find out.
Yep.
The game does feel like it's going to last significantly shorter.
It is. It's only 12 chapters as opposed to like the 20 something that we got in the last game.
Good God.
Yeah, it was like 24, I think, in the last game.
Yeah. There were a lot. When I thought I was done, I thought I was almost done with the game when I got to chapter 9.
Oh.
Like I was like in that.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
That was just me thinking like, oh, how many chapters could there possibly be? Turns out there's 20. Like,
yeah.
The hell?
Like my chapter 8, I was like, okay, this is gonna round off in 2 more chapters. Like 10 is a solid number.
Yeah.
By chapter 15, I'm like, holy shit, this is not gonna end.
I know.
Chapter 20, I'm like, that was a good ending. Yeah. Like, oh my god, I want more.
Exactly. I wonder if there's going to be a submission to the degree of the real estate or the cabaret club.
I don't know either, actually.
I don't know either. I would like there to be that made the game really fun. I
Yeah.
spent a lot of hours on that shit.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I wanted to make bank. Like, I wanted to make money.
I know.
And I couldn't do that without doing those things until I found out the
exactly.
Mr. Shakedown cheat
know.
that we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know. But that's another question. I don't know how the hell you make money in this game because clearly you have to buy some energy drinks. So I don't know what your like Torrenter and whatever
And stamina.
So I really don't know how you make money at all.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, from what I understand so far, for updating your skill tree, you know, the one that you press start and you can update your abilities, you only use experience, and you get you get experience from fighting people and eating food.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where else you get money from. It seems like money isn't as important in this game as it was in Zero, but
I guess
we'll see.
not. Yeah, because if they only expect you to buy your healing, then it shouldn't be that bad.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope not. I hope I don't gotta buy another ring.
Damn. Yeah, the process you had to go through to buy that ring, and then like that was annoying.
That was so annoying because freaking you go to the pawn shop, and when you buy the ring, he won't sell it to you.
Yep.
And after like 3 iterations, oh yeah, Yumi's name is inscribed in that. I believe you.
Take it for free. I'm like,
you.
I had to ask my buddy Shinji for his money, and I feel bad for asking him for money.
I know. Shinji seems like a really, by the way, in terms of new characters, Shinji seems like a cool guy. I hope he's a cool guy towards the end. This game has its ways of like
taking that away from
me. So, I mean, something has to give.
It's like, oh, this guy's awesome. Oh, please, why? He was my favorite.
I know. Like, like in Zero, that was disappointing.
Yeah.
When you know who dies. Yep. I say you know who because I don't remember his name anymore.
Lord Voldemort, right?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, when Lord Voldemort dies. But yeah, so again, this game feels a lot shorter. It's only 12 chapters. I think that's why the price tag is much like lower for this game. Yeah, it's like it's not as jam packed as Zero, which I'm okay with. Like this is honestly my fix until 6 comes out.
Yeah, and it's totally fine for me too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to do, a lot of games to play.
Oh yeah.
Now, real quick, I want to do a price comparison.
Sure.
So you know how this game is only $29.99? It's a reboot, and you're pretty much playing 15 to 30 hours of this game. I mean, like 15 to 30 hours to finish the game. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So
for Kiwami, not
for
Zero.
Kiwami.
Yeah.
For Kiwami. So Uncharted Lost Legacy is $40, and that game is only 6 hours.
That's no.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna wait till that goes down.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's worth it at all. But with this seems totally worth the price.
Yeah.
I think the graphics are really nice. The game mechanics, I think, they're good enough to quantify that price as well. So.
Yeah.
I know. So it's like for $29, you're getting, what was it again? When you said like for 60.
Oh, it's like $1 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like for $60, you get 60 hours of gameplay, but in our cases, we only got like 150 hours.
Yeah.
So we got like more than double that.
I know. And
so that's good.
And then now for this, you're like 29 hours.
That's not bad.
For $29.
Yeah, I mean, we spent more playing the other game. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And we're probably going to get more if we do like the pocket circuit racing and like a bunch of other side. Yeah, that's back too.
Oh my God.
It's on the back of the box, so that's how I know. He's like,
Kiryu holding
I
bought the digital copy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I have the box. I have the steelbook edition because it was the same exact price as the regular edition and the digital version. And yeah, so I bought the Steelbook edition because I didn't know how my internet connection was going to be at the time. Yeah. And so I just wanted to get something that was just there.
And that's awesome because now you also bought the collector's edition or pre-ordered it.
Yeah, we could talk about that too because we both bought
we both pre-ordered it.
It's called the the premium after hours edition of Yakuza 6 Song of Life.
Yes.
And it's so cool. So it comes in this really nice like gift box almost, which is like traditional Japanese gift wrapping. Mm-hmm. And inside the box is the hardcover art book of Yakuza 6, which is so cool.
Yes.
And then it comes with 2
whiskey glasses.
Yeah, whiskey glasses, 2 ice blocks to put in the glasses, and 2 coasters.
Yeah.
And the 2 symbols on it are of like, it's like the fighting styles of the game. Yeah, the Dragon of Dojima style, and then I think there's another fighting style that I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no spoilers, but Alyssa and I have something really cool planned out for March 2018.
Yes.
When that game comes out, we're going to do something really awesome for a very special podcast.
Yes.
And we won't spoil it now because we still have a lot of time until then.
I know.
But yeah, just expect something cool.
I know, which by the way, isn't that much time anymore because time goes by really fast. Can you believe that 3 months ago we finished Yakuza 0 already?
I know.
Like,
It did feel like yesterday.
It really felt like yesterday.
Yeah.
No, but we're so excited. We're excited for the series in general.
Yeah.
I mean, when we converted to this game at the beginning of this year.
Yeah. Like we didn't know what we were getting into, and that's like when the podcast started, and we were like, "What do we talk about?" And then Yakuza 0 came out. I was like, "Yes, we could talk about this."
Yes.
And I played it, and I was advocating.
Yes.
Remember, I was like super advocating it to you. I was like, "You should play this game. You should play this game."
Yeah. And remember, I was like, yeah, I'll play it. And then when I finally bought it, I was like, oh my God, this game's amazing.
Yeah, I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop thinking about it.
I mean, this is why we're still here today, folks.
Yeah, because of Yakuza.
I know.
Yeah, and like I was telling you earlier, like a month or two ago, we should go to TGS next year, and they might have Yakuza news. You know, they might talk about the new, and we could probably play the new Yakuza game.
That would be pretty
whatever
awesome.
it would be. And speaking of which,
speaking of new Yakuza news, because the Yakuza news don't stop.
Right. You want to talk about the new Kiwami?
Yes. So I don't know. The one thing I don't know is where this announcement was made. I don't know if it was like at PAX or if it was just a separate entity or a separate article press conference, if it was a separate press conference from Sega. But they announced Yakuza Kiwami 2. So it is an HD remake of the second Yakuza game, as well as Yakuza Online, which is going to be a PC mobile game that takes place after, I don't know how many years, but after Kiryu, and we're going to have a completely new protagonist on it.
Yeah. His name is Kasuga Ichiban.
Yes.
Which Ichiban means number one. So.
Yes. And it's going to be voiced by the actor who plays Nishiki.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wait, does that mean Nishiki? No.
I don't think it means anything because it takes place after the 6th.
But does Nishiki die? Because I don't even know.
Are you talking about in Kiwami? Or like in Kiwami 2?
In general.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like if you think about it, Kiryu, like if it's taking place after Kiryu, so it's after like every
But I don't know. I haven't played the other Yakuza games outside of 0 and right now Kiwami. Yeah. So I don't know if Nishikiyama survives past Kiwami. Oh. That's what I mean. Like I don't know if he's in 4, 5, 6, or 3. You know any of the games.
Oh, I see.
So you will see.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but if it's voiced by Nishiki's voice actor, then I guess so.
I mean, he's having issues right now, and we're only at like 2 chapters in, so anything's possible. I don't know. There's not much to say because then you can also argue, does Kiryu last after the 6th game? So
yeah.
Like you can say that for everyone.
I'll be okay if he's dead. Just I'm just saying. I'll be even better if he's alive too.
For sure. So that's I'm really excited for that. I'm also really excited for just the second remake of Yakuza 2.
Yeah, it uses the Dragon engine, which is the engine they use for 6.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool because in 6 you can like go to all the little vending machines and get individual drinks. There's no loading times when you go inside buildings. Yeah. And when you go between fights, there's no like stutter, and then it cuts to like a cutscene that revolves around the characters, and then you start fighting them. With 6, you literally just walk up to a bunch of guys and start fighting them in the street. I'm like, it's just like real life.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then tell the viewers the exciting news that you told me. Like about the new protagonist? For Yakuza Kiwami 2. What you told me earlier.
Oh yeah. So then in Yakuza Kiwami 2, you get to play as Majima again, which is really cool. It's something that they didn't do in the original Yakuza series, or I'm sorry, the original Yakuza 2 title for the PS2. You get to play as Majima and go back to Sotenbori, which is Osaka, and you get to meet characters that were in 0 that you get to see again, and I think that's really cool.
I think it's really awesome. Like that got me super hyped because I didn't actually watch the trailer yet.
Oh yeah.
But
can't wait to see the ghost of Lee. He's driving a ghost car.
Which isn't a spoiler since it's a trailer. But
Yeah.
Makoto comes back.
Yep, she's in the. She didn't say. She's just like a frozen image of her like this. I'm like, oh, it's Makoto, and it had her name too. It's like Makimura Makoto. I'm like, I love that name. I remember you.
I'm so excited for that.
But like, what will happen between her and Majima? Will she see? Will she know? Because we'll see.
They'll fall in love.
Ooh, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
Just saying.
I mean, that ending was already like.
I ship it. I ship it. She'll be like, I love eye patches.
I know. So in terms of Yakuza Online and that new protagonist, I don't think we know much other information about him yet.
Yeah, we really don't know anything else. There's a spin-off game from the series starring that guy as the new protagonist.
Yeah.
It's called the tentative title is Shinryuga Gotoku, which means New Yakuza in English.
Yeah.
And so it's just about him right now. We don't know anything else except for that he got out of prison and that he'll be the focus of the series instead of Kiryu. This game, we don't know if it's they say it's a spin-off, but we don't know what Yakuza 7 will hold, like who the protagonist of 7 will be. It's clearly not going to be Kiryu anymore. And I'm okay with that.
I think that character itself is the protagonist.
Yeah, maybe he might be. Yeah, maybe the tentative spin-off title will be like a test to see if the gamers actually like him. And if people don't really like him, I guess they'll pick someone else. But I don't know. Like we really don't know what's gonna happen for the future of the series.
Oh yeah.
There's in Yakuza 5 you get to play as 5 different characters, including Kiryu, so 4 other new ones, and we don't know if those might be part of 7 or like the main character for 7. We don't know. Like in 5 you got to play as the little girl in Kiwami. For the first time you get to play as her. So you get to play as a female protagonist in Yakuza 5, which is really cool.
Oh, that's interesting. So I guess we know then that she survives up to the 5th one.
Yeah, she's in the trailer for the 6th one too.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's her in the trailer?
She goes up, yeah.
Wow.
I think you would like 5 playing as her because all of her activities and mini games are like the music ones, so you get to press the button.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, and she's like an idol too.
Dude,
so they have like pop songs, like Japanese pop songs, and you have to press the button and make sure.
My God.
Yeah, you'd love it. You'd love it, Alyssa.
That karaoke though.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, the karaoke for 6. I was looking at the cutscenes. Holy crap! I cannot wait to play karaoke for 6.
How corny and ridiculous are they?
It's extremely ridiculous. Like he just appeared. Like Kiryu is like singing, and then he like it fades to white, and it appears he's like in like this harbor with a bunch of old people, and he pulls out a ukulele and starts playing. I'm like, what is happening? But I love it so much.
Related.
Yeah, it's not even related. And he's smiling too. I'm like, Kiryu smiling? Like what the hell?
I know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
God.
wait for 6.
I gotta watch more. So I don't like to watch a lot of trailers. I don't like to watch a lot of trailers. I'll limit to one just because I don't really like to be spoiled. But I don't know.
Totally.
Like, maybe I will. I'll do it. I'll do it later tonight.
Yeah. Go ahead. But for now, we're gonna keep playing Kiwami.
Yes.
And I don't know how far I'll get. I'll play it more this weekend. But yeah.
I'll play it more this weekend for sure.
Sounds good.
And then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah.
And then hopefully one of us doesn't surpass the other person and spoil again like what happened last time. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I wasn't gonna say it. You said it for me. But yeah. We'll have to like sync with each other. Like, where are you in the game? Like, what chapter?
Okay.
And then I'll tell you first because you probably might be ahead of me in the future too. So I'll tell you before I do it.
Okay.
Before we talk about it.
We'll just do a checkup. Like, what chapter are you on?
Yeah.
That. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll have to do that before we say anything blatant and outright.
I know.
But yeah, so that's it for Yakuza for the fall, unless you want to add anything else.
No, that's it for now. Not much else to say until we get to the later chapters.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
And then we'll see how shit goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if Nishiki resolves his problems.
His emo boy problems.
His emo boy, they are straight up high school emo.
He has the hair
boy
for
problems.
it.
Yes, he does.
He's got the tattoos too.
I know. I swear to God.
I love Kiryu, but where is he?
But yeah. Aside from Kiwami, as you know, I've been catching up with Skyrim.
Okay.
I've sort of advanced in the story, but I'm still not that far into the story.
Yeah.
I'm at the part of Skyrim where you find out you're a special boy or a special Argonian, and you can like, I don't know. I don't fucking know, but But basically, dragons, and you can control dragons and defeat dragons, and you're dragonborn.
There we go. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
You are dragonborn, and you have to climb up a mountain to speak to a bunch of graybeard monks.
And it's shout Fuzoda.
Yeah. and and learn about your dragonbornness.
Sounds awesome.
Yes. That's pretty much that's all my Skyrim updates for the day.
Nice.
Still beautiful game, still wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to follow Alyssa's progress, make sure you go to our website.
Yes. I've been
You've been writing down the story as you go along.
I know.
Basically, you're narrating your own adventure.
I'm narrating my own adventure with Philip the Argonian.
Yeah. Philip the Argonian, everyone.
Yes.
Shout out to Philip wherever you are.
Shout out to Philip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you died yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pour one out for Philip.
Pour one. I can probably check my stats and see how many times I died. Oh my god, though. These fucking trolls are
literal trolls.
These literal fucking trolls are
pushing your shit in.
They're like really cramping my style.
Oh, okay.
So I'm climbing up this mountain, and I see a troll, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm gonna kill the troll or whatever. Yeah. Turns out I'm actually a lot more underleveled than I thought I was, because this fucking troll owns me.
Oh, in one hit?
In 2 hits.
Dang.
I was like, what?
2-punch troll.
I had two-punch troll. I was shocked. This troll wasn't even that big. I beat a saber cat, but I couldn't beat this troll. That's actually why I was pretty upset. And so the next time I'm climbing up the mountain further, which it's actually part of my most recent let's play, and I'm climbing up the mountain, and I see another troll, and I'm like, oh, okay, I think I'm better now. So let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm not. So I actually had to sneak by the troll by climbing up the mountain. Sneaking by, and then the troll was stupid and passed by me, and then I ran by it. I ran so fast, Jeremy.
You ran so far away.
I ran so far away. But yeah, fuck the trolls.
Fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters. That completes all of my Skyrim updates.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yes.
Awesome. I've been playing. A while back, I told you about Resident Evil 4 and how I was going to buy it when a sale came on. Mm-hmm. So the day after we recorded that podcast and I talked about it, there was a sale on Steam for Capcom games.
Really?
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
I know. And I was like, it must be my time.
I know.
So I bought the game for $5 because it never goes down from $5.
Capcom wants you to buy all of them, Jeremy.
I only have 4, 5, and... No, I don't have 6. I only have 4, 5, and 7.
Yeah.
Because there is no 6 to me. But yeah, so I've been playing 4. I'm like halfway through 4, and I love it on PC right now because I played it on the Wii. I played it on the GameCube with my cousin, and I didn't really beat it because he owned the game, and I didn't want to borrow it from him.
Yeah.
And it was 2 discs, and I thought that was too much. And then I didn't get it on PS2. I got it on Wii, and so it was really nice on Wii because you get to move the gun. Basically the cursor was as accurate as you could be because it was your arm. And it was a workout too, which was kind of nice because you're playing it on Wii and you have to stand up or sit down, and you basically use your arm to point the gun at things. On PC, it's a little less precise than the Wii version because Leon doesn't really hold everything steady, which is pretty normal, just like you would in the GameCube version. You have a little bit of movement when you're holding a gun and aiming it at something.
Okay.
And overall, it's a really good port. It's nice. I like it. It runs well on my PC. It was $5.
I know.
Can't really complain. It's just Resident Evil 4. That's all I could say.
Yeah, this isn't one of those games that branch out to or with new characters, right? It's a lot of the original. It's the original characters.
You're Leon from Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
So yeah.
Got it.
Yep. And yeah, so right now I'm also kind of playing Resident Evil 5 with Jairus. We're playing it together.
Okay.
I wish I could record it and put it somewhere, but I don't have a capture card, so I can't really do anything about that. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. So for now, Resident Evil is the only other thing than Kiwami, and I kind of put Resident Evil to the side to focus on Kiwami. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I'm playing right now is Kiwami.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm switching out. I'm switching off between Skyrim, Kiwami, and then playing Tekken as well, playing battles, whatever.
Very cool.
I feel like it. Yeah.
Online battles.
Online battles now.
Do you kick ass?
I would say I draw even, so I'm not completely kicking ass. I kick ass 50% of the time.
So 50-50.
50-50.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun because I don't know if they fixed up the servers or whatever, but it's a lot better running on my PlayStation or on my internet.
That's good. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I have to talk about. Games I'm playing right now.
All right, so we got 2 questions then to end this podcast. So,
I'm excited.
Yes, so the first question comes from Duke Nukem, which clearly your name is not Duke Nukem, but hello.
Hello, Duke.
Actually, who knows? They might actually be named Duke Nukem, and
you never know.
I'm just being judgmental.
Yeah, balls of steel.
I know.
So I'm just quoting Duke Nukem right now.
Who do you think would win in a fight, Nathan Drake or Lara Croft?
Oh.
And that was and that was all I got.
Okay. I played all 4 Uncharted games, and I played the Tomb Raider remake.
I've only played the old school Tomb Raider, the PlayStation 1 Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
I have not played a remake of recent times.
No, the one on PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check that one out. It's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Because they also have Rise of the Tomb Raider that came out too for PS4, and I haven't bought it yet, but I'm planning to play that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, depends on which Lara Croft you're talking about, because old Lara Croft had unlimited ammo in her pistols.
It's true.
And new Lara Croft is a little bit more grittier.
Old school Lara Croft was pretty badass.
Yeah, she was badass in OG.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say in a fight, between OG Lara Croft and Nathan Drake, I think OG Lara Croft would own Nathan Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Nathan Drake would own new Lara Croft.
Yes.
Because I feel like Nathan Drake is a little bit more nimble than Lara Croft.
Yeah.
New Lara Croft. Lara Croft has a lot of problems and baggage. Nathan Drake.
Really? Does she?
You should play the game. You'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. I come from my father with my father.
Oh,
leave me
God.
alone.
Yeah. Old school Lara Croft was ruthless.
She was. She didn't give any shits, and she had a lot of guns in her bag.
I know.
In that tiny waist pouch, she had like a shotgun and 2 pistols and a machine gun.
Yeah.
And dynamite and flares and all this other stuff. Yeah. I played the first 3 old school Tomb Raider games with my dad. Which basically he played it and I watched. That's my definition of playing.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It was cool. Yeah. Actually, my favorite is probably the second one, because there's this like dagger called the Dagger of Xi'an, and you have to go it's underneath the Great Wall of China, and you have to go to China and you have to get the dagger, and there's like 2 T-Rexes that you have to fight too, but not like way before you get the dagger. And then before you get the dagger, you're like transported to this like cloud world above China. It's like somewhere in the heavens, and it's like you're literally there, like it's like a mystical world, and you're like, holy crap, how did I do this? And then you have to like traverse all this way, and you find out this old evil organization got there before you.
Yeah.
And then the guy stabbed himself in the heart with the dagger and becomes the dragon.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, it's like crazy. I'm like, this is so cool. So I was like, you're trying to get the dagger away from that guy. So, but unfortunately, he got it before you. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, man, old school Lara Croft went to places that we will never go to, like other dimensions, other worlds.
I know.
And it's so cool.
I know. On top of that, old school Lara Croft, I think she climbed just as well as Nathan Drake.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know if new school Lara Croft can climb ridiculous shit.
She can.
Okay.
She can. But she didn't fight dinosaurs. New Lara Croft fights undead samurai. Mm-hmm. Old school Lara Croft fought velociraptors, T-Rexes, yetis, polar bears, tigers.
Yeah.
Anything you name. Old school Lara Croft took on 2 T-Rexes underneath the Great Wall of China at once and won.
Is this new or old?
No, this is from the old game, from Tomb Raider 2.
Tomb Raider 2.
Yeah, like from 1990 whatever.
Oh my God. I'm like, I kind of want to look that up now. I don't even remember
like
the
lore of old school Lara Croft is so deep. It's so cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Dang. You know, the interesting thing about Tomb Raider is that my sister played it and was really into it even before I played it.
Oh,
because
really?
when I first watched it, I wasn't that into adventure games, but 2 years after she stopped playing, that's when I picked it up for the first time.
Oh, gotcha.
I know. Oh my God, you're right. I'm like looking at all of these screenshots on Google, and this all looks familiar now. The Great Wall looks really familiar to me.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you remember that level? I don't know why. I probably remember this so vividly because it pissed me off so much. But do you remember that level in Tomb Raider 2 where you are kind of like in this metropolitan city area at night, and then the villain is just this girl with a laser gun, like this green laser gun, and she keeps chasing you?
I don't remember. I didn't play all of the games.
That pissed me off so badly.
Do you remember? Do you agree that old school Lara Croft would take Nathan Drake out? What do you think of the statement I made?
Oh man,
because they want to hear your thoughts too.
It's true. It's been a while, and obviously Uncharted is the most recent one that I've played versus Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
but she was super badass. She was awesome. She knew how to she climbed a lot of crazy shit.
She did,
and she even knew how to do flips. So
do flips and hold two guns and shoot while doing the flip. That's so badass.
Exactly.
Do cartwheels and still shoot with two guns. Dang.
I know.
New school Lara Croft only uses a bow and arrow and one gun. It's come on.
Really?
Yeah, you should play the game. You got to play the game.
I really got to play it.
You should.
They changed. This game really changed.
You changed.
You changed. Oh man.
Yeah.
I would say between the two of them, I'd also choose old school Lara Croft because she definitely had more acrobatics to her.
Yeah.
There's a degree to which Nathan Drake knew how to slip through things because he knows how to sneak by and whatnot. But just the amount of stunts, I think that between the two of them, Lara Croft can do a lot more.
Nathan Drake feels more grounded and more human.
Yeah.
Lara Croft at times doesn't feel like she's human because she can do all these crazy things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Nathan Drake gets tired. He has to rest. He gets hurt easily. Mm-hmm. And Lara Croft seems she has it a little bit easier.
I know.
But yeah, so there's your answers, Duke Nukem. Hope we answered them correctly.
Yes. But I guess that means, and this is only coming from you, that Drake would beat new school Lara Croft.
Yeah. Drake would beat new school Lara Croft. Mm-hmm. Because, Drake can climb anything. He can shoot any gun he picks up. He can throw grenades really, really far. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So that answers your question. And then the next and final question that I have from Alex goes...
Hello, Alex.
Yes. Hello, Alex. What is the craziest video game twist that you know? P.S. Love the podcast.
Aw, we love you too. Craziest game. You can go first. I have to think about that.
I gotta think about that too.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things you could say.
I know. Insert waiting music right now. I don't know if this is the craziest, but this is my favorite one in terms of how it was executed.
Sure.
And how it was executed in context. The Heavy Rain plot twist is probably my favorite one. And have you played Heavy Rain?
I have not.
Okay.
I never owned a PS3.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to.
Maybe pick one that's more mainstream.
Dang.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can kind of say one as a kid.
Yeah. But that is definitely my favorite plot twist. I don't want to spoil it, but I will say the game is only 10 hours to play, and that plot twist is pretty much worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Especially because the way it's integrated, you would have never guessed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also really like I always like plot twists from the Persona series.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, in terms of something that probably isn't a spoiler to anyone, any Final Fantasy plot twist is pretty commonplace at this point. For example, turns out that Sephiroth is genetically not genetically made, but like his what like you know how
no idea.
But you know how wait, have you played?
I've never played a Final Fantasy game before.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn, okay. So this is so I guess spoiler alert right now, but these are some pretty common plot twists coming out of the Final Fantasy series. One of them with Sephiroth being created in some manner, like he's not human basically.
Yeah.
And then the second plot twist coming out of 7 is that Cloud is not who you think he is.
Okay.
So that's pretty common. That's common number 1. Common number 2 with like Final Fantasy 8 is that the main character Rinoa turns out like she's this alien queen. The entire time. And Squall, the main character, like of course has fallen in love with her and everything, and turns out she's kind of as batshit crazy as her mom. So yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yes. And then plot twist number 3 from Final Fantasy is you find out that 2 characters that have been in your party this entire time have been dead.
Dang.
I know.
Sense.
And that one is probably the saddest out of all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, one of them would be Sonic Adventure.
I don't know what that plot twist is.
There's this creature that Dr. Robotnik finds called Chaos.
Yeah.
And Chaos is really evil and it's really ancient, but you don't really know where it came from. And then you realize that one of the characters has an ancestral tie to Chaos, in that his ancestor, like he goes back in time through flashbacks. All the characters do at some point.
Yeah.
And then they realize that there was this girl who wanted to protect these little creatures called chows, and she summoned this god from somewhere in like this fountain to materialize a form and protect the creatures. And the form is called Chaos, and so Chow, take out the S, is Chaos. It ended up wiping out that entire like species or like race of people almost. And this is according to the games.
Okay.
And so then that creature turns on all of the main characters. And even the bad guy too, like the bad guy that is trying to control him, it turns on him, and it ends up being like this huge, giant, ancient creature.
Okay.
And then you have to destroy it, and then you let it live. Which there's like 2 twists to itself. Like why did you let it live? Just kill it. Like I don't know why. And then at the end of the game, it flies away. I'm like, this is stupid. But as a kid, I realized like, oh crap, like it killed this character's entire species, and that's why he's like technically the only one you see and the only one left.
Yeah.
And so it's like that was pretty crazy. Another one would probably be, I don't know. There aren't really. Yeah, I didn't really play a lot of games with plot twists not growing up. Now that I think about it, and if I do, I can't really think of one. Sorry, Alex, if I can't answer your question. I think Alyssa has a better answer than I. But
the only thing is, my plot twists come from uncommon games.
Yeah.
My favorite ones come from a lot more uncommon games that it's like, damn, I don't like, this is not a well-known plot twist.
Yeah,
so please
no
play
worries.
the game. Play the game so we can talk about it, please.
Yeah. I mean, I think one that you and I can both agree on from recent memories, Yakuza 0's plot twists.
Oh,
many plot twists.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I agree on that one.
Yeah. And honestly, like when it comes to plot twists, like that's the only thing I could think of now is like Yakuza 0's plot twists, because they were really, really well done.
It was really well done. It's one of those plot twists where you look back. You see, I love plot twists when you look back, you put all the pieces together, and you're like, fuck, it's been there this entire time.
Yep, it was in front of you, and you just didn't realize it.
Exactly.
Like, dang.
Heavy Rain's plot twist does something to that degree where all of the clues had been in front of you this entire time. Yeah. Whether or not it's subtly, but it's not, and it's one of those plot twists where it didn't just come out of someone's ass. Like, it was, if you really, really tried, you could have seen it coming. Yeah. Whereas you know how like a lot of Final Fantasy plot twists are like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. Like, I like a lot of plot twists that hit really hard for me are the ones that kind of come from realism. Mm-hmm. So. I got you. Yeah. All right. And that ends our questions for today. Thank you, Alex. Yes, a few announcements. Obviously, you can always send some questions through the website, through the podcast. You know, do whatever you want through email. And then I recently uploaded the podcast to a new platform called Podbean. Yep. And
I'm a huge Rooster Teeth fan. I told Lisa this. I tried to reach out to the Roost, which is their podcast network. They didn't get back to me still. And so if anyone can help us accelerate that process, that'd be cool.
Yes.
That'd be cool to be part of that network and that family, because I'm a huge Rooster Teeth fan. I love Red versus Blue, and I love everything they do.
Dude, honestly, we gotta go to RTX one year.
We should. We really should.
And make that as an Austin vacation.
Yeah.
Also,
might as well do a podcast from Austin too.
I know.
Live
That would
from
be pretty
Austin, Texas.
Like that would be pretty awesome. I've
Sure.
wanted to go there for like some time now.
Yeah, we should do that next year. We should do TGS next year and
I'm
RTX.
totally down
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm totally down for Austin.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
It seemed like a fun adventure.
I know. And those are all of the updates and gaming news and rants that we have for this week.
Yep.
I know. Thank you for listening to the 19th episode of Downtime Podcast, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, see you next time.
Oh, actually, real quick, if you haven't listened to the anime podcast yet, you gotta listen to it. It's a really good episode, and
Thanks.
like just go like it's just very different because it's not just talking about TV episodes or like series that you like. It like really goes in depth about anime.
We talk about some deep shit.
I know.
Some real shit.
Talk about some really deep shit.
Ew. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
It was only dirty when you made
I know.
it dirty.
It's 100% my fault.
Yes. All right. Good night.
Later.